What's up, YouTube? Welcome to another video. Today is April 3rd, 2025. Man, it's been a while since I did a video. I thought I'd put one out. I've still been stacking gold and silver. It's things have just been fantastic for the gold and silver, the precious metals in general. But first, there's lots of stuff to discuss. Please, if you guys like this, like, subscribe, check out my website, My Road to Wealth and Freedom. Link is down below in the description. If you want gold, silver, coin capsules and that, I got some affiliate links down in the description. Quick disclaimer, I'm not a financial advisor. Do your own research, get a financial advisor before doing anything like investing and any of the stuff I talk about or buying stuff like gold and silver. All right, guys, let's get into it. Wow, man, it has been a long time. It's been a while since I've done a video. I think I did one basically around New Year's. I was just getting kind of burnt out, tired. Life happens, focusing on other things, all that stuff. But I thought I'd kind of get back into the swing of things a little bit. We've had a lot of things happen. So for starters, here in Canada, we've gone from basically a conservative sweep in the upcoming election to another liberal win. A lot of that has to do with, the left painting Pierre Poilievre as like another Trump, and of course with Trump's, insulting Canada, as the 51st state and governor and this and that. It's pissed a lot of people off up here, and it's kind of unfortunate because it looked like we were going to get a conservative government, which is exactly what this country needs right now. But hey, man, I just keep if you can stoke feelings of nationalism, and if you can whip up a lot of controversy, I mean, this has been the playbook since time immemorial. Portray an outside enemy to secure your domestic position. So as far as I'm concerned, Mark Carney is absolutely no different than Justin Trudeau. His credentials of, being a steady hand is all bullshit as far as I'm concerned. And he's a super green energy guy. And, we're not going to build any pipelines, which is unfortunate because this is what Canada needs right now. We need to supply Europe with LNG and oil. We need to supply Asia with LNG and oil. And what can I say, man? I don't get mad anymore about these types of things. I keep stacking gold and silver, and I know where this is going to end up. And it's unfortunate, but I keep saying, evidently Canadians haven't suffered enough. 9 years of liberal rule have absolutely destroyed this country, and we're facing a huge reckoning. And I guess, keep voting liberal. 4 years from now, we're going to be in a lot worse position, but that's okay, because that will just mean that my investments and my precious metals will be doing just fine. So, man, I don't know what to say, right? Like, if you can't change the system from within, then you need to start getting out of the system, right? And that's what kind of everybody's been saying. And yeah, anyway, moving on. So gold is, man, it's just been on a tear. I believe in my last video was around New Year's, and I think at the time it was around 2650 to 2700 US. Today, it's been a huge swing. Yesterday it was almost 3,200, closed at an all-time high. Then Trump gave his tariff speech, and it was down as much as I think $80 today. But I see it's recovered the vast majority of that lost ground. Last I checked, it's at 3146 US. So I mean, it's just fantastic. Silver, unfortunately, took a hit. It was over 35 yesterday. Today it's 32.30, so it's kind of got a smackdown. But yeah, so I just thought I'd just talk a little bit. I'm still, if you guys are new to investing, to stacking and stuff like that, I would just say, like, do what you can. If you can only afford a couple pieces of silver, pick them up. You know, with money that you don't need. I've been, some of these are from coin orders. I just throw in some silver to finish the shipping. But I want to show you guys this. I got this. This is a really cool Canadian silver maple. It's 1989, still in the mint cello. Original mint packaging. I mean, this is definitely a keeper. It has a little bit of toning and stuff like that, but for the age and what it is, I mean, this is like, collectors like these old coins. You see the old effigy of Queen Elizabeth II. Yeah, I was really happy to get that. I mean, I just picked up some random year silver. I got this other one. This is a 2014. I think it's the first. I think what they're trying to do is, to fill out my order, I just picked up a couple ounces of silver, and they gave me some of the new maple leaves with bullion DNA and some old ones, but I really don't care one way or another. I've been doing a lot of shopping, man, and whenever I see some cool stuff, it's good. So I picked this up. This is a half-ounce maple, and it's 1997. And I got this probably early December. So back then, gold was on a tear. Trump got in, and then it was a big sell-off in gold, and I had some extra cash at around just before Christmas, and I decided to pull the trigger, get this really cool half-ounce 1997 gold piece. And I've just been picking up. So some of my other videos, you might have seen these. These are like the Majestic Polar Bear 10th ounce gold. If you can get a good price on them, pick them up. I was getting these for less than a maple, and I mean the mintages on these 1,000, 5,000. There might be some collector interest in these down the road. So, I mean, what the hell? They come with a capsule, a nice card, nice assay card, and stuff like that. If you can get them for cheaper than you can, a Canadian, just a regular 10th ounce maple, go for it. That's exactly what I did. So one of the little tricks that you guys can do, these here are kind of, because they appeal to collectors as well. Not everywhere has gold coins pegged to like the bullion price, so they don't reset all the time. So, and in times when gold's really moving, I picked this thing up for, I don't know, man, it was a 10th ounce, I think like 400 and change Canadian, just recently, a couple months ago. God, maybe January, I can't really remember, to be honest, guys. But anyway, at the time, spot was at or higher than that, right? So, I was able to get this coin for basically at a discount. I paid, today this coin is $100 more than it was the day I bought it, right? And it's just only a couple months ago. That's the thing, man. Gold's had an incredible run so far this year, up $500. I mean, you're looking at like a 20% gain just since January 1st, essentially. So, yeah, that's what I did. I picked it up. It's like, what the hell, man? I was going to get a 10th ounce. And that's the thing. Gold's really gone up quite a bit. And, to buy a full ounce here in Canada, it was almost $44,700 an ounce. Now today, I think we're 4,000, 4,400, 4,600 or something like that. I don't really remember now. But anyway, so I thought I'd kind of break out some of the old oldies but goodies. This is a 50 gram pant bar, and I bought this in, I think, late 2022. And it's almost doubled since I picked it up just a few short years ago, 2.5 years ago or something like that. I mean, this is like, I'm not buying this to, when I say double, I mean, the fiat, the Canadian dollar has done a lot worse since then. But Yeah, just a beautiful, nice bar. I don't buy as big of bars and 1 ounce coins, mainly because the price just kind of, you know, it just went up so much, and it's hard to afford, you know, the same amount of gold that you were stacking, 5 years ago or whatever, right? So, and I'm still picking up the whenever I come across them. Here's a brilliant uncirculated German states 1893 10 mark. It's Prussia, actually, Prussia 10 mark. I was able to get this. Again, whenever I find like BU, old historical BU coins, unfortunately in Canada we have to pay taxes on it. So there's a bit of a premium. They add a bit of a premium. So you can see I got one here. This is an Italy 10 lira. It's spot plus 20%. Well, 7% is just the premium for the physical metal, right? The bullion premium, and the other 13% is taxes. So yes, I paid spot plus 20 for this, but I don't really care. A lot of these old gold are mainly for my collection. A BU, nice BU like this. You don't like. I like to collect the coins, so I don't mind paying a bit of a premium. And honestly, with all the other historical gold that I bought, the premium that I made, like, you more than, as gold rises, you more than make up for that. So you buy what you like. This isn't really stuff that I stack, but came across this one too. This is a Great Britain half sovereign, 1817, the first year that that this one came out, and yeah, so targets of opportunity. When you see these things, this has a lot of collector interest as well. Plus, it's super old, 1817, like over 200 years old. This is kind of like that Napoleon coin that I had. Man, I really like the old historical gold, and I'll keep buying them as whenever I come across them and whatnot. But yeah, so that's basically it, man. That's I'm still kind of trying to stack what I can. I just got a tube of maples, 2024 maples. I don't have them yet. They're on their way. I'll make a video of that. Yeah, a tube of silver maples. I was like in the mood. I was like, you know what, man? Like, I'd like to stack a little bit more silver. I mean, gold's had quite a run. I'd like to, pick up a bit more silver, and yeah. Other than that, man, I'm still going. Developing the passive income through dividend investing and all that stuff. I still got a lot of cash on the sidelines. Just kind of everything is really volatile right now in the markets. There's a lot of uncertainty, and I'm still following the same plan, and it's just slowly, steadily, increase your wealth in ounces, but also making some smart investments. And what can I say, man? If it all goes to shit, gold and silver will do very well. On the flip side, if that isn't what ends up happening, then our other investments will do very well, and gold and silver will keep their slow, steady pace, right? So either way, you win. And I see a lot of other people out there. They're just not preparing for this kind of eventuality or this kind of world that we're in right now, right? They're still in that 60-40 mentality. They're relying on pensions that may or may not be there. Just a lot of stuff. And the value, the real value of their quote unquote assets is steadily being eroded. I just saw, was it last week or the week before, Germany spending 500 billion euro borrowing to rearm, essentially. The European Union, the ECB, I think they were putting 800 billion euro. I mean, just crazy amounts of money, currency being created, and it's all debt, right? It's just all debt. And unfortunately, many people here in the West believe that, the asset values that they have is something that's, real, and it's not. It's all basically backed by debt that's worthless. What's the value of a mortgage that will never be repaid, right? In a market where real estate values are imploding and stuff. So a lot of people have tied their financial futures to things like just owning a big house, buying a house, absorbing that kind of debt, and investing in a 60/40 portfolio, bonds or cash, or the stock market. They're constantly trying to get people trading, no commission trading and all that stuff. Like, it's crazy. And people just have that sort of gambler's mentality. And I just think, it's not super prudent, and there could be a lot of downside ahead if things don't go the way, they expect, right? But like I said, man, if you have some gold and silver set aside, hopefully you'll have that to kind of weather the storm, and that's the name of the game. It's just slowly, steadily, consistently build wealth. I still, I'm not saying don't invest in your retirement accounts. I still do that, but I also, pick up a little bit of gold and silver along the way. And it's a strategy that's helped me a lot. And yeah, that's kind of where it's at. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this little discussion. Hope you're all preparing. I mean, if you're watching this, you're probably well on your way on your stacking journey. It is interesting to see a lot of, I feel like it's kind of panic buying, especially with gold. It must be like investment banks or whatever. There's a huge run on gold, physical gold, and it makes me happy. Since I was like 18, I've never sold any of the gold I've ever purchased, whether it was like kind of like, a gold chain or something like that, or, some gold coins. I've never sold any of the gold, any rings you get through like inheritance or anything like that, like, things that are passed down. I just have them. They're, in safekeeping essentially. And just like, I was never one to, get sucked into, sell your junk gold, cash for gold, and stuff like that. Gold is, I don't look at it as like, something like that, something, I'll just make I don't need it, so I'll sell it. It's just supposed to be there doing nothing. And should the worst happen, if you get into some sort of, depression or a hyperinflation or something like that, I mean, things like gold and silver, real tangible assets, they've been used throughout history, and they've helped a lot of people weather those storms. So that's kind of always been my view. It's probably like, I take more of a historical view on these things. So it's not about making a quick buck. I mean, if I want to make money off gold and silver, I just trade the paper through my brokerage account, right? Like, you don't need to, I'm not buying physical to trade with, right? This is, sort of foundational type of wealth. And, if it's also something that can be passed down to your children and their children and stuff like that. So, I'm not saying put all your money into the stuff. I'm saying, have adequate diversification so you're not screwed if bad things happen. But anyway, that's it for today's video. Hope you're all doing well. Please like, subscribe, check out my website, My Road to Wealth and Freedom. Got lots of gold coin articles, silver, everything. Check it out. Cheers.